Hello everyone and welcome back to MSPN's coverage of Marble Fubeca's America's Cup, as we are here for part 2 of the spinner collisions, the marbles versus the fidget spinners. As we are here for our second grouping, we saw 8 of our 16 teams face off already in our previous video, and now we get the other 8 who will face off here for a chance to earn points and advance their spots in the group stages and the positioning throughout the groups. As you see, one more look at the course making its way down into the octagon, where we will have our marbles encounter 3 fidget spinners and try to make their way into the large portions of that track that are opened up, which will result in points for the respective teams. Obviously, you're going to be going for the larger point totals that'll earn you a higher chance of advancing and beating the opposing team. But one thing that we saw through our practice and through the first set of matches is that you definitely want to see your marble make it through one of the holes, whether it's only scoring a few points or scoring a lot of points like the 8 and the 10 spot, which are representing high totals. You want to make sure that you at least finish with something rather than leaving those marbles on the course, which was something that cost some teams an opportunity significantly, as we are here for round 3 of the group stage. The U.S. and Grenada ahead in Group C, after the U.S. won in their previous matchup, and so Grenada will have the advantage to take over the lead. We get Costa Rica, though, and Mexico, who come out of Group A. And they are set up for this matchup. It'll be 2 turns for both teams, and the object obviously is to score the most points. Costa Rica is on the left in the red, and the classic green for Mexico. One of the marbles for Costa Rica is stuck. Mexico slowly making their way through, and the first is a couple of 7 scored. There is an 8 for Mexico. Mexico with their final marble making its way through. And I think that was 10 for Mexico. It was. And Costa Rica's final marble didn't even make it to the first funnel. A dominant first run. Mexico outscoring Costa Rica 25-9. A 7, an 8, and a 10. A 7, a 2, and then that one marble that did not score. Unable to score, unable to even make it to the first funnel, let alone into the octagon. Couldn't make it through the course. Very disappointing run. As you see, there was that last marble that really knocked it through and lost any opportunity for Costa Rica to survive. Right there, off one spinner onto another and through the 10 hole. So a rather large lead for Mexico. They're up by 16 points. That's a large deficit. Let's see if everybody makes it through. They all get down to that first funnel, and Costa Rica will have the first marble to go through that. Whoa. Did that go through the 2? We'll have to check the replay and see if that went through the 2, if it went over the course. This one will roll through for a 2. There's a 3 for Costa Rica. Mexico over near the 2. Couldn't get it to go in. Mexico's got 2 more left on the board. One of them will roll its way around. It's going to get stuck in the corner, and Mexico fails to score on 2. They got 7 on the only one that went in. They still won that round, as Costa Rica scored 2 and 3, and it is, that first one, we'll have another look at the replay and see it closely. But the ruling is that Costa Rica was unable to score. Here's that first marble. Came in guns a-blazing, and yeah, shot right through, up and out of the course. There's 7 for Mexico, their only score. And so Mexico moves into second, into a transfer spot behind Paraguay. Peru is in third, and Costa Rica running in last in Group A. As we now get Argentina against Colombia out of Group B. And these two matchups, including an Argentina team that is running very well so far through the group stages. They have a silver and light blue color, and the yellow marbles of Colombia. First marble down will be Argentina. They will score 4 off the bat. And Colombia now will roll it around, and I lost Colombia's marble. There's a 10 and an 8, and there is a 7 now for Colombia. And that's going to be the final scoring. 17-12. Argentina puts up 2, a 4 and an 8. And Colombia with a 10 and a 7. Storming ahead at the very end there to take the lead. There's the 10. There's an 8 for Argentina. And then right after that, the 7 for Colombia to give them a 5-point advantage. As we head into the second running here for these two teams as they switch sides. First 2 marbles into that second funnel were both from Colombia. He puts up a 6 right away. And there's a 6 to answer for Argentina. A 4 for Colombia. Argentina with a 10. That may have just put it out of reach. Let's see what Argentina can do. They almost absolutely finished it off with an 8. They are still rolling around. They'll put up... Well, actually, they might not score at all. Yeah, they won't score, but Argentina is going to win this. Whoa! Oh, no! Colombia scored a 9 at the beginning, a 4, and they passed them up at the very end with that 2 to win it 32-31. And Argentina, with that last marble that looked like it was going to roll to the 2, and then looked like it may roll into the 3 hole, unable to score at all. And despite a 10 and a 9, it's a big run for Colombia. And they win it. And right there, there's the 2. And so Colombia, there's the really important part. That Argentina was unable to get that one to roll in. Colombia wins at 32-31. Uruguay is in first. Colombia is in second. Argentina drops to third. Now Group C, which has been a powerhouse grouping. Grenada against Brazil. And what has been a very, very difficult run. Group C has been a very hotly contested grouping. Grenada, Brazil, Barbados, and the U.S. All from Group C. Only 2 will make it through. This could go a long way towards deciding it. First marble is Grenada, and they will slowly... I've got 2 marbles that are stuck. One's going to fall for a 3. Brazil has one right at the edge, which might get knocked in. Oh, another one stuck right at the edge. There's a 3 and a 7. Last one for Brazil. They're in some trouble. Brazil might not score at all. Rolling, stopping, and it's a 6-0 round in favor of Grenada. That is a shocking run right there by those 2 countries. Brazil had 2 of them stop on either edge. That one right there. On either edge. Stopping right next to the entrance to the 2-hole. If those had both gone in, even though it would have only been 4 points, it's a 2-point game. Right there is the other one. And then a little bit of help as Grenada was able to get that marble to fall in. And the last one for Brazil, unable to go. They don't score at all, but they're still within striking distance in a 6-0 game. First one through is Brazil, and they put up a 4. They put up another 4. Right now, they've got the lead. Grenada with 9. There's a 2 for Grenada, I believe. That may have been 8. It was 8, and it's going to be enough as Grenada has one hold at the entrance to the 4. That would have given them the win. It's a comeback, though, for Brazil. They score 16 in the second round and come back to beat Grenada 16-14 as you look at the replay. 2 4s and an 8. And on the other side, it was a 6 and a 2 for Grenada. There's the 8, which ends up being the winner for Brazil. They and the United States are now in the lead in Group C. Grenada drops to 3rd and Barbados drops to 4th. And we find our final grouping. It's out of Group D. It's Trinidad and Tobago against Chile. And our final matchup of this spinner collision, which has seen a lot of back and forth. 2 comeback victories out of Group B and Group C. Who takes the advantage here? In the first round for Group D, first one through is going to be Trinidad and Tobago, and they are rolling around toward the middle. Oh, went flying. I think Chile lost one off the board. I don't think anybody scored yet. Well, yeah, there's one for Chile. I'm not sure which one they fell on. There's an 8 for Tobago. And the last one for Chile is an 8. And they leave 2 on the board. And the scoring, Chile actually scored a 6 on that first one. They didn't lose it. We'll have to look at the replay and see where exactly that happened. A 6, a 7, and an 8. And Tobago scores only their final marble with an 8 to take a 21-8 lead in favor of Chile. As we look at the replay, you'll have to watch out for that 6 on the bottom left of your screen, where Chile will score their first. Right here, there was a lot of violence. It was actually the Trinidad and Tobago marble, which flew off the course and back in. I'm not sure if that had landed in a spot, if it would have been legal or not, but since it doesn't land anyway, we don't even have to worry about that hypothetical. And so Chile with an early 21-8 lead as they put in that final nail in that coffin with an 8 at the very end. That's a big lead to overcome, a 13-point advantage for Chile. Group B and Group C have both seen comebacks. Let's see what Group D has in store. Trinidad and Tobago once again will have the first marble to make their way towards the octagon. Here they go. And the first one is going to go through an 8. And that one is making its way around. That's 3 for Trinidad and Tobago. That may have been a 6 for Chile, which may have just done any hopes in. There is Chile again toward the middle, rolling off towards the 3. They make contact with each other, and Chile knocks it down. An 8 and a 3 for Tobago. A 6 is all, but that is enough for still an 8-point win for Chile as they hold off any comeback attempts. Tobago did outscore Chile by 5 in the round, but the 13-point comeback attempt was too large to overcome that deficit, as it's a 27-19 final. We'll look at our replay and get a look at the 3 marbles that did score and see where they score. Right there is the 8. And rolling in on the top of the screen there is the 3, and immediately after it is the 6 for Chile. So that's all the scoring that happens from Group D. And the final look there, as you see, Paraguay over Peru 28-17, Uruguay over Canada 32-12, the U.S. over Barbados 25-22, Dominica over Ecuador 29-22, Mexico over Costa Rica 32-14, Colombia over Argentina 32-31, Brazil over Grenada 16-14, and then finally Chile over Trinidad and Tobago 27-19 in Stage 3 of the group staging. Group A has Paraguay and Mexico in the lead, Uruguay and Colombia out of Group B, the U.S. and Brazil from Group C, and Chile and Ecuador are currently in the transfer spots from Group D. As you see, the more substantial and elongated stats there, and that will bring us to our matchups. We are done with the group stages. Paraguay and Colombia, Uruguay, Mexico, the United States, Ecuador, Chile, and Brazil have survived the 3 group stages, and they are your final 8, headed into the quarterfinals of the America's Cup 2019. So we are into the knockout round. But until next time, I'm Ricochet, and you have been watching MSPN's coverage of Marble Fubeca's America's Cup.